All right, on now to feeling the blues. We've all had that this time of year, and we wanted to reach out and, first of all, let us know we're not alone. So tell us who you are and what you do.
I'm Charles Roberts. I am the head of clinical for a group called Mindfully that is based here in Cincinnati.
And what is Mindfully?
Mindfully is a multi-specialty private practice group. We were originally founded here in the Cincinnati area, and we now have 16 locations throughout the state of Ohio where people can get services.
So what kind of services?
Well, we offer psychiatry counseling services to children, adults, and adolescents, couples, families, the whole spectrum. We have specialized clinical teams that specialize in almost anything that you could need services in.
And do you do both individual and group counseling and online and in-person?
Individual, group, couples, family, in-person and online teletherapy.
So what's your growth been like lately?
We've been growing consistently. The need is it's just not stopping.
Yeah. So we notice at the holidays, all of us to some extent can feel a little melancholy about what's happening, but there's been sort of a growing interest that the holidays are supposed to be joyful, and not all of us are really feeling that. So why do you think it is that so many of us sort of feel the blues at the holidays?
Well, you've got a couple of different things that are going on, especially here in the greater Cincinnati area. The weather is just not so sunny here, and there's this thing called seasonal depression that a lot of people are struggling with and they don't even realize it. It's just sort of a low mood, low activity level. It's known as seasonal affective depression, SAD, and it just sort of is an underlying melancholy that kind of floats through the winter months, and it's really highlighted around the holidays when there is that juxtaposition between the family get-togethers and all the expectations and the stress, and everybody's supposed to be so happy and so joyful, and you're just not always feeling it.
Yeah, so we have a little video. Just wondered, how much do you feel like social media plays a role in that now? Because you know, what you see on there in real life can be quite a contrast.
Oh yeah, social media is, it is very specific about what people want to show. Typically when people are posting things on social media, it's the great things, it's the happy things. And so we do a lot of comparisons when we're looking at social media and our friends, and we see all the great things that they're doing. And we don't really see their struggles, and we don't see the stress that they're under. And so we do a lot of comparison between ourselves and that individual. And we find ourselves coming up short, and that's just not really real.
Mm-hmm. So I would be amiss not to ask then, what do you suggest so we don't feel this way, or do you just let yourself feel this way? What are some ways to sort of manage this season?
Well, a couple of things you can think about just to manage the general melancholy, the SAD stuff. I think about the food that we're eating. Our diet is a big part of it. The sunlight is a big part of it, and also our activity level. So SAD, sunlight, activity, diet.
So it's interesting to me that you would almost say things that are physical to help what is really your mental health. Why do you stress that so strongly?
There's a lot of connection between the physical, the mind, and the body. I mean, nature is so rejuvenating. We respond to sunlight just like plants do. And that's one of the big problems that sort of sets us up for some difficulties around the holidays. Add to that the fact that think about what we're eating and what we're drinking. We're drinking so much more alcohol, so much more sugar, so much more carbs, and that's the stuff that kind of makes us feel blah all the time anyway.
I don't know, once in a while those carbs just really cheer you up.
Sugar's great in the moment, it's just what comes after.
Right, I admit, like, some of that stuff is like your coping mechanism. All right, so final thought, when is the time where it's more than the blues?
Well, it's better to get on these things early. I think an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, and I think that is true for mental health especially. When you start to kind of feel that slide, that down, that I'm just not as motivated or as excited as I feel like I should be, it's a good time to check in. I don't know that means you're going to be in therapy for a really long time or that you're going to need these major interventions, but I think it's good to get ahead of it.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, we want to make sure people know how to find you, your agency, your people. We have a link to Mindfully at what'shappeninginhealth.com. And is there a waiting list, or can we get in if we call?
There's really not much of a waiting list.
Good time, yeah. People don't really want to be in counseling at the holidays, but it doesn't mean we shouldn't.
For sure.
Yeah. Thank you for what you do. It's a pleasure to meet you here.
Great to be here.
All right, still ahead.